All right, welcome back. It's Kev Clark HD. It is now February 2nd. We've been going hard all month. We've been going hard before that, but we finally released our new, the first joint of the year called Catch Up. Now, every video that you've seen up to this point has been kind of like me throwing together ideas about just making videos, practicing getting in front of the camera, getting comfortable, getting in a space of trying to figure out what I want to do for the videos. So now that the music has come out, I want to add more value to the music for the music listener, not so much as people creating music. Because I feel like that's what the first videos were, the foundation of like, okay, how do we get this set up? It's set up. Now, how do we add value to the music? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of break down my lyrics. For people who don't know me personally, you listen to the song, you may not fully understand what I'm trying to say or what I'm saying. So I wanted to go into break down the lyrics and also go into the rhyme schemes that I create, because I think they're fucking cool and no other reason than that. But all right. So I'm not going to go over the hook because the hook is self-explanatory, creative in many ways, but still I'm work 9 to 5, whatever. The song is not structured like a normal song. The song is structured with an 8-bar hook, 32-bar verse, and I rap the hook within that verse, and then another 8-bar verse. It wasn't intentional, but that's how the song came about, and that's why I'm able to convey a story of kind of my, I don't want to say coming of age, but like what broke me and how I got back to making music and the start of what you're seeing come into fruition now. So let's just get right into it, because I don't want to go into crazy explanations about other shit. So the song starts off like this. I'm afflicted by conversations with people who never knew me regarding my situation and balance of passion duty. So right there off rip, you can see I'm afflicted by conversations with people who never knew me regarding my situation and balance of passion duty. So right there's 2 rhyme schemes. I thought that's pretty cool. Conversations and situation don't rhyme when you say them all together. So I think it's called something like a slant rhyme, where the end of the words rhyme. So not so much the whole word, but the end, last 2 syllables, a-shuns, rhymes. So that's why they're not at the end of the lyric. They're in the middle. So you could kind of get away with things like that and have it sound really cool, but still kind of keep it organized. You know, knew me and duty, obviously they rhyme. Not 100%, I get it. Duty has a T. New me is the new me, but it rhymes. Fuck you if it doesn't. And by that, what I said by that means, during my period of the past few years, not making music, I was afflicted by conversations. So people who never knew me were coming up to me and say, "Yo, Kev, you still making music?" No, I'm not. Have you seen anything in the past 5 years? No. So now I have to go into, and then these next few bars kind of explain what I have to tell these people that I don't know, and I find myself explaining myself. So I say, and pressure applied to Kev because he was talking his shit. No, I stopped making music because I was fucking with chicks. And I want to stop right there because that's the middle, maybe the first third of the rhyme scheme, but let me explain those lyrics if they're not clear. I applied a lot of pressure to myself because I was talking hella shit. I used to say I was going to be the greatest. Drake, Jay, nobody, Wayne is going to have nothing on me. And guess what? Didn't happen. So with that amount of pressure coming on to me, 17, 18, 19-year-old kid, a lot of it was just false belief and cockiness. Like I didn't have true confidence until maybe 5-6 years later. That's when I started realizing that there's a difference between cocky and confidence. Cocky is very fragile. You might be able to say, talk the talk, maybe even walk the walk a little bit, but for longevity purposes, cockiness doesn't really get you anywhere. Confidence is the only thing that lasts. So I say I was smoking my weed, rather be lazy than rich. I was 23 and broke. I had to go out and get it. And obviously I'm not reciting these the way in the song, but I just want to break it down. This is another little bit of an internal rhyme. I was smoking my weed, rather be lazy than rich. I was 23 and broke. I had to go out and get it. See, these internal rhymes like than, rich, and get it don't really rhyme, but shit, chicks, rich, it does. But what that slant rhyme of weed and 3 kind of does is it takes your attention away, in my opinion, from how that next rhyme doesn't need to be as close. So if I say it all together, And pressure applied to Kev cause he was talking his shit. No, I stopped making music cause I was fucking with chicks. I was smoking my weed, rather be lazy than rich. See, I was 23 and broke, I had to go out and get it. So rich and get kind of go, and then it melds in those shit, chicks, it, rich, get, it, I don't know. You know, it ain't perfect, but it works. And I feel that weed 3 internal rhyme takes the attention away that it's not a perfect rhyme. So the next, I want to get these next lines in before I break down the rest, because it's pretty self-explanatory. But I had to serve me some tables. I had to wash me some dishes. So now that get it allows me to make dishes plural. So if I had shit, chicks, rich, I could do dish, but dishes, it's a little bit of an extension. So then that's why I brought in the get it. I had to serve me some tables. I had to wash me some dishes. All of a sudden, I got money and abundance of women. And this is a cool little like triple rhyme, but not really a rhyme, more of an emphasis on a vowel. So you'll see I highlighted here, all of a sudden, I got money and abundance of women. So I get like a triple rhyme in between the next from dishes to women. And I just think that's fucking awesome. It doesn't serve a purpose, but it's fucking lit. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't even be knowing this shit when it happens. I'm just analyzing it now, really, for the first time. I just highlighted it beforehand, and now I'm going through it. I just be writing, and this is how it comes out. So to break down those bars, I mean, I don't need to break it down. I stopped making music because I was fucking with women, and I was smoking weed. So I was lazy, and I was trying to get bitches. Excuse my language, I don't use that word a lot, but I said it already, and I'm not going to do the video over again because of it. I was smoking my weed. I'd rather be lazy than rich. I was 23 and broke. I had to go out and get it. I had no money. I was poor. My dad wasn't giving me no money. I was 23 fucking years old. It's time to go get it. This is America. You know what I'm saying? So you fall into those social norms of you reach a certain age and, oh, well, I got to go get money now. And how I did that was serving tables, washing dishes. I was bartending. I was a server, and then I became a bartender. And as a bartender, I got a bunch of money because I'd leave with a bunch of cash in my pocket, $300, $400, $500, $600, $800 a night. And what happens? I'm surrounded by women. Talk to women all night. And let me be very clear. As a bartender, I always kept it professional. I never hit on women unless I felt the vibe, because I can't say I didn't get some numbers. But I don't think I was ever disrespectful or ever crossed the boundary like when I wasn't supposed to. I always kept it very professional, whether you were a baddie, sloppy, whatever, like anybody. You had a man, you didn't have a man, it didn't matter. But I can't sit here and say that conversations didn't go farther than the bar, because this is not true. But I always remained respectful. I just want to clear the air. Anybody who works with me knows. So during that period, I was drinking this liquor and I forgot who I was. I guess I made some decisions and let my dick be the judge. So for some reason, I didn't highlight those the same. But that rhymes. Was, judge, slant rhyme kind of, but it's obvious. There's nothing crazy about this line. I was drinking the liquor and I was caught in a bad habit, and I made some decisions that I probably shouldn't have did based on lust. Again, never disrespectful though. Remember that. I'm very professional. So then I go in to explain, I know I shouldn't pick this pen up. Maybe it's a setup. Maybe I'm in over my head. I need to let up. Very, very clear, self-explanatory. I'm feeling self-anxieties and self-conscious about being writing music and rapping at the age that I'm in. Maybe I'm setting myself up for my failure, and maybe I'm in over my head, and I probably should just give it up. And you'll see it's like, let up on my grip on this dream. Let up on my grip on this dream. Dog, it ain't what it seem. I got this noose around my neck. I travel on balanced beams. So right there, it's like, I should let go of this dream. But it's not what but I'm telling you, it's not what it seems. Like, I'm not chasing Drake. I'm not chasing Jay, Cole, Kendrick, fucking Travis Scott, whoever. Like, I'm not trying to get the eye of a 20-year-old. I'm doing this because I absolutely have to, or I will literally go insane. So in the next line, or in the final line of that cadence there, I got this noose around my neck. I travel on balance beams, meaning I feel like I'm gonna die at any moment. And I'm walking a very thin line with the noose around my neck. So one wrong move, do I have to explain it? No. I write emotions and my toes sit on the surface. If I don't write, then I'm a clown up in the circus. I used to brag to people I was sure about my purpose. Then I end up pouring drinks for them at bars. I used to work it. So right there, I write emotions and my toes sit on the surface. That means I got the noose around my neck. I travel on balance beams. If I write emotions, if I write music, my toes hit on the surface. So I don't make false moves. I don't fall off the edge and go crazy or the other thing. If I don't write, then I'm a clown up in the circus. Self-explanatory. I used to brag to people I was sure about my purpose. Then I end up pouring drinks for them at bars. I used to work it. So obviously I have to say work at a little bit different to make it rhyme with purpose, circus, surface. But sometimes it's just what you got to do. And like I was just saying, I bartended for most of my adult life. So I'm feeling the pain of talking that shit that I referenced early in the song. All these people that knew that what I was doing and talking all this shit, they know about it. They know Kev was talking that shit. He said he was going to be like the hottest out of ever, the hottest ever. And then they pull up to the bar, and what do they see me doing? Pouring drinks. That makes me feel like a failure. That makes me feel like a bum. And that is no shot to bartending or anybody in the hospitality community, because I do respect the job. And I think if you can make a career out of it, you could have a lot of fun doing it. But when I was talking so much shit about who I was going to be, and I was so sure about my purpose, there was nothing nobody could tell me. Teachers would tell me, study. I don't need to. Take your SATs. I don't need to. I'm not going to college. I'm going to the league of rap. I'm leaving. I'm getting drafted first overall. Why would I go study for a test that I don't need to take? It's set in stone. And then my teachers and peers, colleagues, people I know my whole life come to a bar in my town and see me behind the bar. You want to talk about an ego fucking punch to the nuts? There's one for you. In the town that I grew up in, I set out to be the greatest and I end up being nothing. It's something about a stranger that supported you for nothing. See you sweating for $1 in the office pushing buttons. Let me stop right there. I want to break down the rhyme scheme. In the town that I grew up in, I set out to be the greatest and I end up being nothing. Obviously, I just explained all that, but the cool part about this is the greatest and stranger. That don't rhyme, but gray and strange rhyme. So internally, it still works. I set out to be the greatest and I end up being nothing. Something about a stranger that supported you for nothing. So I use nothing and nothing back-to-back words, which I really don't like doing. But I think what allowed me to do it was that small little internal rhyme, that gray and stray. Breaking that nothing up with another rhyme allowed me to reuse nothing as a rhyme word, in my opinion. So I didn't feel like it was bad. I rarely double up the same word line after line. If I was going to do something like, I set out to be the greatest and I end up being nothing. See you sweating for $1 in office pushing buttons. It's something about a stranger that supported you for nothing. I'll break it up like that. But obviously that to the story doesn't make sense. So I have to do it this way. So it just came out that I had to use nothing again. But I believe that internal rhyme really gave me the space for it to be acceptable. So I did it again here, but a little bit different way. And this is where it gets kind of cool. You see me sweating for $1 in the office pushing buttons, or depending on a tip from a patron who needs attention from facades that I've created in order to let me start that back. I see you sweating for $1 in the office pushing buttons, or depending on a tip from a patron who needs attention from facades that I've created in order to make this paper. I'm sick. That's how it goes in the song. So I'm able to switch rhyme schemes within rhyme schemes almost here. There's no real rhyme scheme here, but I'm able to get across and get my point across without having one. So you'll see I'm finishing the nuttin' buttons rhyme scheme with buttons here. But I restarted. Now I see sweating dependent. Not really a rhyme, but sweat depend, like it slant rhyme. But here's where it gets tricky. or dependent on a tip from a patron who needs attention. Attention gets straight up deleted, pretty much. I do not rhyme attention at all. But what I do rhyme is, or dependent on a tip from a patron who needs attention from facades that I've created in order to make this paper. I'm sick. I gotta do this too. There's another one here, right here. Pay, make, pay. Another one. I don't know what red I use. Is that one? So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. A. So again, it's not a rhyme. It's an emphasis on a vowel, but I treat it like a rhyme. So I'm able to kind of segue my way out of that rhyme scheme from facades that I've created in order to make this paper. I'm sick. So now I kind of get to create whatever I want next. I probably have at the time, I don't remember when I wrote it, I have the freedom to kind of rap. Like now I got to make 4 bars left. I have time to just wrap this story up with the next 4 bars. I'm sick to my stomach. I've sold my soul for a measly check. Pen or paper like fuck a degree. I need respect. Self-explanatory. I sold my soul for a measly check. I stopped writing music. I went bartending. A lot of people, or even when I was younger, sold your soul. It was like you sell your soul and you become famous. I feel like I was selling my soul by not doing what the fuck I loved, settling for a job that I mean, I had a great time bartending, but it wasn't my dream. I gave up on my dream and I settled for that. And again, it's an ego fucking punch. Pen or paper like fuck a degree. I need respect. So it's like I don't need. Do I go study and go to college, or do I just go get money? And when I'm coming out of the bar, 2, 3 in the morning, I drank and ate all for free all night. Again, I was sipping this liquor. I forgot who I was. And I got $400-$500 in my pocket, and I'm 2 minutes away from where I live. Why would I, I'm not going to college. I'm just going to do this. Young mentality. This is different. I made decisions that breed regret. So breed regret obviously falls into that rhyme scheme. A little bit of an internal with different decisions. Also an alliteration. Not too much because, and I'm gonna reference in the next line, but different decisions. I always like emphasizing the first consonant of words. I believe it's called alliteration. If you had different decisions, doubt, doers, who don't do, that's alliteration. I'm pretty sure it's more than 2, but I'm setting myself up. This is different. I made decisions that breed regret. No more living. So different decision, living. I kind of bottle all those in together. Behind the scenes, I don't need direction. Direction doesn't rhyme with anything. But because I said different decisions, I feel like direction. Like when I say it, pen and paper like fuck a degree, I need respect. This is different. I made decisions that breed regret. No more living behind the scenes, I don't need direction. Yeah, I don't know why that works, but it fucking does. To my stomach, I've sold my soul for a measly check. Pen and paper like fuck a degree, I need respect. This is different. I made decisions that breed regret. No more living behind the scenes, I don't need direction. So I direct, breed. Oh, there it is. Breed regret, need direction. So I send it off, direction. And I believe in second chance. Second comes back with direction. Second chances, I get more than my romances. I don't think you understand, I need this. So chances, romances, internal rhyme. I don't think you understand. Chance, romance, stand. I need this. Baby girl, I need this. And that's the verse. I don't know. And this is my first time breaking this down, doing something like this. And I think I only want to do it on my records because I don't want to break down somebody else's record because it's probably already been done. So this is kind of like my own thing that I could do that nobody else can do because, I mean, I guess you could, but ain't nobody else doing it. But I mean, and those bars are self-explanatory. Like I believe in second chances. I gave more to my romances, basically saying, again, I was fucking with chicks and I gave girls a lot more chances than just 2, so why can't I give my passion more than 1 chance, 2 chances, 3 chances? Like I need this, baby girl, I need this because I'm creative in many ways. But again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't even know how long this video is. It's been probably 20 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I'll break this down a little bit and hopefully post on YouTube. But if y'all enjoyed the content, y'all enjoyed like a video like this, feel free to let me know. I think this is pretty cool. Kev Clark HD. Excellence in execution, authenticity over perfection every single fucking day. Work to what you gotta do. Go get your shit done. That's it. That's it. Peace.